Life cycles. We're going to take a look at the frog life cycle. At about this time of year in spring, if you're very lucky, you may notice in your pond clumps of frog spawn. Frog spawn is made up of hundreds of eggs surrounded by jelly. The female frog has laid the eggs and the male frog has fertilised them. Frogs need water to do this. Each of the eggs will develop over time into a tadpole. After about 21 days, a tiny tadpole will emerge from an egg. The tadpole has to be very careful in order to survive. It needs camouflage to protect it from its predators. The predators might be fish, ducks, small insects, or even blackbirds. After about 5 weeks from hatching from the egg, the tadpole will begin to get much stronger with a strong swimming tail, and it also starts to develop hind legs. The tadpole continues to grow. Soon it will develop front legs as well. And then after about 11 weeks, after emerging from the egg, it will turn into a tiny frog. You will need to look very carefully for these because they are literally just a centimetre big. Many of them, of course, don't make it because they're eaten by predators. The frog is an amphibian, which means that it can swim in the water, it can breathe underwater, but it can also move about on land. The frog has lungs and legs, but it's also a fantastic swimmer and diver. It can exist for long periods of time underwater. The frog finds most of its food from the garden. It likes small insects and worms and bugs. And so the life cycle begins with the frog spawn, which are thousands of eggs ready to hatch into tadpoles. The next stage is the tadpole, emerging after 21 days. The third stage is a bigger and stronger tadpole with a very strong swimming tail, hind legs, and then eventually front legs. It's beginning to change into a frog. The final stage, about 11 weeks after emerging from the egg, is the frog, with its perfectly developed webbed feet, ideally suited for living on land and in water. This is known as the life cycle.